do you have a little special something you put in there?
Well, some of the crusts have some peanuts and not peanuts, walnuts or pecans in it, but I don't put sugar in it because there's already sugar in the graham crackers. You don't need it any sweeter. So it's more of just a base. There's a cheesecake company years ago up in Santa Barbara that they didn't use graham crackers. They used old biscuits. They dried like your regular biscuit that you would get and use that. So you can almost use any crumbs of any sort. But graham crackers is the typical crust.
Okay, and then when it comes to the actual cheesecake portion, what can you give us your basic recipe on that?
Basic recipe: 2 pounds of cream cheese, 4 large eggs, and a cup and a quarter of granulated sugar, and flavoring of some sort. So about a teaspoon of fresh or vanilla, and a little bit, like a half a lemon, squirt of the lemon. The little bit of the tartness of the lemon brings out the flavor of the vanilla. And so that's about it. That's your basic, and it'll make a 9-inch cheesecake. The biggest problem with cheesecake is the type of pan. Everyone uses springform, and you really need to use a cheesecake pan. It's a different type of a pan. It pops up instead of the springform rips. And a lot of people, my number one key for a cheesecake, everyone talks about having a crack, and I always say, you put more whipped cream on top and nobody cares.
Amen to that. Chef George Geary, yeah. I wish we had more time. He is the author of the Cheesecake Bible, also Made in California, with another book coming out. I know you have LA's legendary restaurants. You've done it all, but I think the Cheesecake Bible is what we are most interested in on this National Blueberry Cheesecake Day. Come back on with us, will you again?
I'll see you soon.
Yay!
Take care, thanks.
I heard you might be coming in, and that absolutely made my day. I'm going to look forward to it.
With a real cheesecake for you.
Woo! Best news ever. George, thanks as always. Great to talk to you again.
Thanks. Take care.
Thanks. You too. See you later. You can follow him, by the way, Chef Geary on Instagram. That's where I follow him. And this guy travels more than anybody I know. He's a great, fun follow on Instagram. This is KFI and KOST HD2 Los Angeles. Let's get back to that drive. 710 with a very... Nick Kuni says, now I'm just hungry.
Yeah, now I don't want to do traffic. I just want cheesecake. That's all I got to talk about with Chef Gary. So, looking at the drive, Jen, it's not so laughable for you on the southbound side of the 710 in the Long Beach area. Right at Long Beach Boulevard. Been with us for a couple of hours now. Got a fatality crash investigation on the 710 southbound. 4 left lanes are shut down at Long Beach Boulevard. 2 right are open, so you are able to get through. You are seeing a rough go for the drive in the 710 southbound as you come away from as far back as Rosecrans Avenue, almost to the 105. Definitely give yourself some time to get out the door this morning, a little extra time that is, as you're seeing problems westbound 91 at Bellflower Boulevard. 3-car smash-up has the left lane shut down, so that is causing extra heavy delays along the 91 itself. From before the 605, almost out of our teacher from as far back as Pioneer Boulevard. And then folks are using the 110 south as an alternate to the 710 southbound. So 91 west, getting off the 710, heading toward the 110 is going to be a rough ride for you, and heavy stretches from before the 710. 91 westbound, head into Gardena toward the 110. The 110 south itself, just going to be a rough ride for you from the 91 as you make way toward the 405. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Nick Kini.
Well, the weather's warming up and the days are getting longer, so it's time to ditch that extra baggage. Did you know that donating your old car or damaged car to Cars for Kids can take about 2 minutes? Fill out the easy forms at carsforkids.org or call them 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Cars for Kids will arrange for you to receive a tax deduction and a vacation voucher, so you'll be all set. Avoid the hassle of selling the car yourself. Just go to carsforkids.org today. And remember, that's Cars with a K.
If you think your dishwasher is only good for cleaning or that your washer dryer is just for laundry, think again. Those appliances can also reduce your impact on climate change if you make sure not to run them between peak hours of 4 to 9 p.m. Because outside those times, there's more renewable energy for them to use. SCE time of use rates, an easy way to make a change for the better. Visit SCE.com/TOU rates for more information.
When Natalie was diagnosed with cancer, she took control of her health. When Natalie wanted to help other people with cancer, she became a doctor. When Natalie wanted to make quality care affordable, she became a researcher. When Natalie's patients needed innovative treatments, she found them. Conquer Cancer supports researchers like Dr. Natalie McKenzie so we can conquer every cancer for every patient, everywhere. Cancer research saves lives. Learn more at conquer.org. That's conquer.org.
Termites? Even maybe. Call Pacific Coast Termite for a free home inspection. Call 800-PACIFIC, PacificCoastTermite.com.
Pacific Coast Termite kills termites.
The clean, friendly way.
When I'm having a graduation party, I want to focus on the memories, not the cooking. So I shop at Stater Brothers. Their delicious cakes are always ready, and the deli's got fresh party food for everyone. Now all I gotta do is decide how many pictures to post.
Injured in an accident? Visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. SoCal weather from KFI. Looks like we've got a mostly sunny day today. Temperatures are going to be just in the 60s at the beaches. Will be in the 70s for Metro LA and OC. And as far as inland temperatures go today, much cooler, just in the mid to maybe we'll eke out a low 90s. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. This has been your wake-up call. Handle on the news starts now.
Handle on the news. Handle on the news. And now, here's Bill Handel.
Good morning, everybody. Handel here and the morning crew on a Thursday, May 26th. Another week almost gone. May almost gone. God, these months are just getting shorter and shorter. It's time's flying, as they say. You know, that's a stupid phrase when you think about it. You know, there are certain phrases that are such cliches. You know, time's flying, loose lips sink ships. You know, they're just What phrases do you like? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't lead a horticulture.
Oh, wow.
Why did I ask?
Way to go, Wayne.
Oh,
Think by now.
okay. Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Wade. Jennifer.
Handle, I think you just caught your britches on your own pitchfork up with that one.
There you go. There you are.
Thank you.
Wow.
What do you think
Yeah.
about a stitch in time saves none?
I don't know where that came from. You know, there's these phrases, literally, just the beginning and where they came from, and there's always a reason for it. And when you look historically, the favorite one, the one that's known as the rule of thumb, which comes from common law because you could beat your wife, but it couldn't. The switch itself, the branch, couldn't be bigger than your thumb. It was illegal. So that is the rule of thumb. I mean, seriously, it came from common law England. So there's just some really bizarre, wonderful reasons why they all happened. All right, let's also Alex, good morning.
Morning.
And Tyler, good morning. Good morning, Bill. A lot going on. Yes, sir. Oh, we have so much fun. And then a very serious question, which we're going to talk about, and that is going to be the beginning of Handle on the News this morning, and that is the police in the Texas shooting were all heroes because they rushed the shooter. Yeah, there's some questions now. He was, according to the authorities, 40 minutes inside that school before the cops were able to get him. So much for an immediate... Wayne, yesterday we talked about how this thing could have ended in just a couple of seconds. Doesn't look that way. There's at least some questions, and that we're going to cover. And I've got a couple of things going on. We're going to talk to Jim Ryan today, also Brad Garrett at 7 and 7:20. But first, let's do it. Handle on the News, Jennifer Jones-Lee, Wayne, and me. Lead story. And it is exactly that story about when the timeline of the police. We are getting reports that it even got to the point where parents were there, rushed to go to the school. They had heard there was an active shooter, and they were screaming at the police to go into that school. Get in there, get in there. And that is, well, that's a little problematic. And when you think about it, and the Border Patrol were the ones that came in and shot the shooter, right? Why didn't the local police, who had to have shown up sooner than the Border Patrol, unless there's a Border Patrol office right there in that town, I don't know, with armed Border Patrol.
According to Jim Ryan, who I spoke with earlier, he says that the law enforcement, and he did not specify which one, but the law enforcement that showed up to the scene before this CBP tactical team was actually put together, claims that they were fired upon.
So what?
So they tried, apparently, a first time around to get in there. I don't know if they were outgunned. I have no idea. But then they drew back to come up with some sort of a game plan to go back in there.
40 minutes?
I didn't...
That's the report?
Yeah, and I don't know how this affects their unwillingness.
Yeah, we don't even know. We're just questioning. We're just questioning it.
They were not just fired on; they were injured.
I understand that.
You have a school security officer who gets shot by this
right
guy.
away. Right.
You have these two city cops who show up, both of whom are injured by this guy, and that obviously affected their game plan.
No argument. I understand
And
that.
I'm not sticking up for them.
No, you aren't, and I understand that, but that should be a few minutes where you go back and you regroup. You don't wait 40 minutes. If it turned out to be 40 minutes, because regrouping should only take a minute or two, and it's still an active shooter inside a school where you rush that school come hell or high water. It's one of those. It's just you don't know what to say. I mean, was it continuous shooting to the officers? Well, because it was a single shooter. So was it just continuous? So you have two cops that are shot. Did the shooting continue from the shooter towards the police? We don't know. A lot of this, as this thing pans out, obviously we're going to find out more and more and more. But there are questions here.
You've talked about, Bill, the change in philosophy about these events, where it used to be that you did wait outside,
right,
etc., and then the philosophy changed that you rush in. And you know what? It doesn't mean every single police agency in this country has updated their approach to these things. We assume that if one police department changes, that every police department, they're all on the same page. And maybe in this case, I would like to know what, if any, handbook or
training
instructions or training they had should something like this happen. The other thing is, a town like this, it may never have occurred to them, even though they could see it happening around the country in other schools. It still may never have occurred to them that it's something they need to really carefully plan for.
Inevitably, that's the mantra in every one of these shootings. The community says, didn't think it could happen here. Every single time. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We got plenty more. Let's check in with Jennifer live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Well, more young victims in that Texas school massacre are being released to funeral homes today. The shooter killed 2 teachers Tuesday after an attack on a 4th grade classroom as well. Second shipment of baby formula is now in Pennsylvania. It was flown in from Germany yesterday to help ease the nationwide shortage. And Colin Kaepernick is making some moves to try and land a spot with the Raiders. He worked out with the team yesterday. It was his first official workout for an NFL team since he played for the Niners in 2016. We'll get a look at your drive on the 105 in just a moment.
I've been sleeping on a sleep number bed now I was corrected. I thought it was 14 years. It's closer to 18 years. It is an extraordinary bed. It's a very high-end mattress. And the sleep you get, certainly the sleep I get is extraordinary, and millions of us say the same thing. You can adjust each side of the bed, your ideal firmness, comfort, support. That's your sleep number. Mine's 100. I happen to like a very, very firm mattress, and I've changed that number over the years. The Memorial Day sale is going on through June 6th. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed. The Queen starts at only $19.99, and again, really high-end mattress. Plus free premium home delivery when you add a base. And special financing ends Monday, May 30th. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments required. Go to sleepnumber.com for details. 30 stores in Southern California, including Glendale, Valencia, Huntington Beach, San Dimas. Visit sleepnumber.com.
SoCal weather from the driveway.com weather center is mostly sunny and cooler today with highs from the mid-60s to right at 90. This report is brought to you by Indeed.com. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, let's go places like the 105.
Been a mess for your morning drive all morning long so far. Westbound side as you're making your way past the 110 toward Vermont Avenue. Only the fast track lanes, the two left lanes or carpool lanes are open. The main lanes are shut down. That's due to a fatality crash investigation that went into effect just before 4 o'clock this morning. You're definitely seeing a rough go for the drive as you come away from Long Beach Boulevard. Plan ahead for the 91 West as an alternate, although that will be a mess for your driving. Heavy stretches overall coming away from Norwest Boulevard. Head into Gardena toward the 110 due to problems that are happening on the 710 southbound in Long Beach at Long Beach Boulevard. Looks like it's two right lanes that are open, and you're seeing a rough ride 710 southbound leaving Rosecrans Avenue. KFI and this guy helps get you there faster. I'm Nick Polly-O'Keene.
Need to hire? Need Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates in one place. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? Need Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates in one place. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
At Whole Foods Market, enjoy animal welfare certified beef and chicken kebabs and top sirloin steak for $6.99 a pound through May 31st, while supplies last. Plus, Prime members save an extra 10%. Learn more on the Whole Foods Market app.
Did you know fixing outdoor leaks can save 27 to 90 gallons of water per day? Even tiny leaks can be huge water. Conserving water starts with a few simple water-saving actions at home and in your yard, like adjusting your sprinklers and adding drip irrigation so you water only where it's needed. We can all do our part to conserve water. Visit SaveOurWater.com for more water-saving tips. Save water, save California.
Has your business been the target of an ADA non-compliance lawsuit? Then there are two calls to make: your attorney and Allcore, the ADA compliance and certification experts. Go to ADAGurus.com, ADAGurus.com.
California Attorney General is such an important job. Is there any difference between the candidates?
Oh yeah, it's night and day. Republican Eric Early is he's a huge Trump supporter.
I remember Early. Wasn't he a leader in the campaign to recall Governor Newsom? Who's he running against?
The Democrat Rob Bonta. Bonta is fighting the NRA over the assault weapons ban.
Where's Republican Early on gun rights?
Eric Early is a big Second Amendment defender, and he's very pro-life.
And the Democrat, Bonta, is strongly pro-choice?